And another thing that I'll never have respect for are pathetic scumbags that abuse the YouTube strike system because their feelings got hurt.
I really hope the situation is not progressed. Well, you never know when it's gonna happen, you just know it's gonna happen. So
copyright abuse and like filing false copyright claims is considered perjury.
So there has been a lot of different controversies over a lot of different people about a false copyright strike is. And if you don't know what a false copyright strike is, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But to sum it up pretty quickly, it's when somebody who owns a clip, like, for example, the creators of SpongeBob, they own SpongeBob, right? They have the copyrights. They have the rights to SpongeBob. So if you just steal an episode of SpongeBob and just upload it to the internet, or YouTube in this case, that would be illegal. But if you give a short clip of it on YouTube and you add your own personalization, in this case your commentary on it, then you could absolutely have any clip of Patrick or SpongeBob in your video, and it would be legal because you're adding your own commentary to it, which, yeah, it falls over the fair use. But some people either don't understand that or don't care because they will still copyright you even if you use a small snippet of their clip, even though it's only a small portion of their video, isn't their whole video. Or sometimes it is, but at the same time, they're adding their own personal touch, their own personal flair. It's not just their video. Like, they're not just re-uploading the video. Unless they are, then yeah, that's illegal. So now that you know what a false copyright claim is, you have to know what that really does to commentary YouTubers. Most commentary YouTubers aren't very popular, but do give high quality commentaries, and you know, people still want to watch them talk about everything that's going on. So they obviously have to use clippets of what's happening to give context of the video. Sometimes people get mad and copyright them because they think, oh, they're using my content, that is my content, and they're using it for views, when in reality we're using our own voice, our own commentary to get the views. But anyways, when somebody copyrights our video, we get a strike. And I've personally never been copyrighted since my channel is pretty small and pretty new. But the dangers to somebody's channel from one singular strike is a lot bigger than you think. The video that they made could have been very big, and in most cases it is, and that's why they get rid of it. And so they delete the video because of YouTube's policies. If you get a copyright strike about a video, you have to delete it, or they just delete it themselves. And most of the time, the reason that they copyright strike it is because it's very big and it's getting lots of views. And usually if people are making money off of YouTube, most of those views give them a lot of money, and those views give them a lot of money, and that just loses all their money like in a snap. I mean, it's actually insane because, you know, as a commentary YouTuber, you don't get that many views unless you're a pretty big commentary YouTuber like Moist Critical or Cheeto. And it's just crazy that people could just do this, and YouTube doesn't really care because it's YouTube. You know, ElsaGate, they didn't deal with that situation, and it's kind of happening again, but that's for another video. So yeah, that's what a false copyright claim could do to somebody's content. It's actually terrible. So, The Manny Show is disliked by a lot of people, and for my personal opinion, I never really liked The Manny Show In fact, I was going to do a video about the Manny Show a while back before he started getting controversial, but I just decided not to because it's an argument no one really cares about. But now it's became such big relevancy because of a situation, and that situation is why I'm even making this video. But before we get into that, I would like for you guys to see another opinion on the Manny Show.
My opinion on the Manny Show copywriting Ed Green is like confusing because Ed Green was trying to have a nice time and he got a notification by YouTube saying that he got copyrighted strike by the Manny Show for no reason, because he was saying it was all jokes and fun and all that stuff, but the Manny Show just like copyrighted him for no reason. But if I would have ever get copyrighted, it would just be so annoying, bro. But I'll just say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't, mean to, do all that stuff and yada yada. But that's my opinion about the Manny Show just scripting Green like that for no reason.
As Kubik explains, Nguyen got copyrighted by the Manny Show. And the reason for this was because Nguyen made a video about the Manny Show, basically just making fun of him and critiquing him. And like I said before, he gave clips of, his videos to give some context of what he's talking about, and also so that he could just react to it in general. And he ended up getting copyrighted for having one of the Manny Show's videos inside of his video. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't the whole video, it was just a clip of it. Which, yeah, that's what we do. We just show a clip of it and then react to it. But even if it was the whole video, that's still very scummy because your videos aren't even 30 seconds long for most of the time. I mean, sometimes they are a minute long, but most of the times they're not even longer than 30 seconds. So it's just really dumb because Nguyen was just making a video like how he always does, and the Manny Show just got mad because he wants to keep his reputation as a professional filmmaker and comedian. And I would give clips of his videos to show you, but at the same time, I don't want the same thing to happen to me. So, and of course, you can't get copyrighted by talking about something. So, but yeah, it's just overall very stupid. And this is probably the simplest it gets because the Manny Show is a really simple channel. He just makes shorts copying audio off of TikTok and other stuff. And it just makes me really mad because he's not going to respond, honestly. After this whole situation happened, he just never responded. Which it would make sense not for him to respond on his YouTube because it's mostly kids watching his YouTube channel. But he should respond some way, even if he's just saying, I don't care, I'm bringing you to court. He's still responding. He's just kind of hiding in his little hole of secureness by his millions of subscribers and just doesn't want to say anything to Nguyen, which is really stupid. For another reference of the Manny Show, I would like another opinion for our guest, the Bingus.
So, the Manny Show. A well-known copyright abuser and also content thief. So pretty much my opinion on him is that he's a scumbag and that I feel like he should be banned. So what this man does is not only does he abuse copyright law, even after everything that is all the rules, he can break the rules somehow, but all of his shorts, every last one, is just stealing audios, adding his own filters, and just posting. And it's so scummy. It makes me want to hurl. So, not only does this man just steal content for fun. And he gets millions of dollars off of it. He also has a show where you can hear his voice. It sounds like a little, he sounds annoying. And so, but for his show, you do have to give him a bit of merit because his show actually is original. But also, he has this merch, and I'm like, how would he have merch if he doesn't even have any catchphrases? One of his merch is literally just, how do I say this? A t-shirt with his face on it. That's it. One of the t-shirts just says Slay. You could find that on Amazon for like $10. His is like 40, and it's scummy beyond like redemption at this point. And I would say that he is most likely the most annoying and irritating content creator I've ever come across. Now, luckily, I don't know him personally, and luckily, hopefully, Boxy and I are small enough creators that he would not come after us for talking about him. So, that's really fun, actually. But this man is just so annoying. It pisses me off. The reason he's a terrible person, first of all he does is use YouTube for money. He doesn't actually care about his community. He just wants money. And it's just really annoying. He at least puts a little effort into his show, but he doesn't really change his voice. His characters are so weird. Also, if you actually go into his website and look at the characters, half of them are just AI generated images, and it's just so annoying, and I can't even stand this man. That's pretty much all I have to say, but it me off, and I hope that he stops making content.
Shout out to Dubingus for being in this video. Go subscribe to him. He's very cool. But yeah, honestly, the Manny Show is such a bad influence to people, especially people who want to make content in the future, who are little kids. And honestly, I don't want more kids to grow up wanting to be like the Manny Show. And I feel like that's already happening, which makes me really sad because, like, the Manny Show isn't a good influence. Like, my influence for being a content creator back then was more like Dan TDM and a bunch of different creators that were making genuine content for their fans. They were also a lot older, and I'm pretty sure the Manny Show is somewhere around 20 or 18, around that age range. But it's just so silly that he's making content like this because he's influencing the next generation of kids to be like him, which I don't want them to be. And I want them to be influenced by good creators, and those good creators still make content, and I just wish they would see more of that and not the skibbity toilet trash that they're watching now. So the next person I'm going to be talking about is Quantum TV. Now, I don't really want to have anything to do with him inside of my video because he's very notorious for making false copyright strikes on anybody who even thinks about talking about him, which is really dumb because he does whatever he wants. He's very just controversial, and the specific story I'm going to be talking about, which might be arguably one of the most popular stories, is about a channel named The Act Man, and he basically made a video called The Worst Out in Ring Hot Takes, and apparently he featured some of Quantum TV's content in the video, and he tried to edit the footage as much as he can to avoid the problem with Quantum TV obviously false copyright striking him, and he did the best he could do. He edited the videos, he put his own commentary to it, he added it's just a whole if you modify the footage in some way, which I've stated before, if you modify the footage in any way, it's not copyrightable because it's modified. It's specially theirs now. That's like getting a teddy bear from a store and then adding a bunch of accessories to it. It's your own personal thing now. You made it, not the store. You made it now. And even though, yes, it isn't your base, it isn't your teddy bear that you made, it isn't the video that you made, but yes, the content that the video is featured on is yours, and you added stuff to it. Just like in the teddy bear, yes, the teddy bear isn't yours, but you've added so much to it that it's not recognizable as the same teddy bear anymore. And yeah, that's a pretty good example, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm proud of myself for that. But Quantum TV just sees the same old teddy bear, apparently, because he falsely copyright strikes a bunch of different videos that talk about him, which is why I'm scared to even put a photo of him in my video, because apparently he's still doing this till this day. And maybe he's changed. I don't really watch his content, but he basically made a video reacting to the Act Man's Elden Ring hot takes, or a different thing, I think. But he wanted to get it copyrighted because it had his content in it, which is false, which is illegal to do. Because while yes, it is his content, as I just stated, it's modified, and he still copyright striked him either way. So it's dumb. And after he copyright striked him, he made a video talking about it, basically, and he went in depth, not with only his story, but other stories too. And he used a lot of Quantum TV's footage in it, and apparently he got copyrighted again of Quantum TV. But here's the thing, in the video, the Elden Ring video I was talking about earlier, the copyright strike actually got rejected, which is, yeah, fair, because his reason wasn't fair. So, but I don't want to go too deep into the story, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm here to talk about the situation, not explain it. And it's just so dumb why he would do this, and why he would do this multiple times, and why he would do this in general. He's probably the scummiest person on this list of 3 people. I honestly don't know what's going on through his head, because either he doesn't know the law that says that you could do this, or he's just doing this for fun, which, if you're doing it for fun, it's just stupid. It's just stupid all around, and I don't get it. And it's hard to talk about something that you don't get, because it's ungettable by anybody. No one understands why he does this. It's just because he doesn't want content stolen. So yeah, it's honestly pretty dumb. And I'll put a link in the description for the video of the Act Man talking about it, if you want to watch it, to get a more in-depth commentary about the Quantum TV. But yeah, overall, just bad person. So Brent Rivera is a challenge YouTuber. He does a bunch of random different challenges, and he's pretty popular for what he is. I mean, there's a bunch of other channels like him, so if you watch challenge videos, you've probably seen him once before, but he's basically this guy. And he's pretty popular, and he is really rich. Like, he probably makes more than half the population in a day's worth. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about what he did. So basically, there's this commentary channel called Dumpy, and he's a one-man squad. He's a one-man band. But when everything was going pretty good, he started making Brent Rivera videos, just talking about Brent Rivera. And those videos got lots of views, but yeah, they were pretty big videos, and again, that's probably the reason why Brent Rivera copyright striked him. Basically, yeah, he copyright striked Dumpy for having his clips in his videos, and he had multiple of these videos, which, like I talked about before, a copyright strike gives you a strike on your channel, and he was very, like, he lost a bunch of money from those videos because he was getting so much money from those videos, and when you get copyright striked, YouTube takes down the videos, which then he doesn't get the money that he was going to get if the video stayed up. And that honestly sucks because Dumpy loses money that he doesn't already get too much of on his channel because he's a smaller channel. But Brent Rivera doesn't need the money. He's pretty rich for what I can tell. I mean, all his videos revolve around his rich life and his money. The challenges he does require a lot of money too. So, obviously, if he has enough money to sustain his channel, that obviously he needs the money for, then I'm pretty sure he will do fine with the money that Dumpy's video made. Dumpy made a video talking about this, and he basically just wanted Brent Rivera to stop and asked him. He even said to YouTube, like, hey, this is a false copyright strike. This is fair use, but they denied it, and Brent Rivera just copyright striked him. But yeah, I mean, it's a smaller situation, but there was a whole big thing about it. He made a lot of videos just saying to Brent Rivera, please stop. I don't want this to happen anymore. Just politely back off. But it continued going for a while, and eventually he did stop. I'm pretty sure. This probably isn't the most in-depth telling of what happened, but I'm here to mostly talk about what happened, or mostly talk about why this is so bad. And it's terrible. Like I've already said that how it's terrible and why it's terrible. So yeah, this is a very small section of the video. So, but yeah, that's about it. See ya.